Today we're going to look at a game that I found by complete accident at my local game store. Let's see if it has what it takes to pass the Jess test. McDonald's Treasureland Adventure for the Sega Genesis. I'd never heard of this game before in my life. Once I saw it on the shelf at my local game store, I had to buy it. I just had to. It's a McDonald's video game. It has to be bad, right? McDonald's Treasureland Adventure was created by Treasure for the Mega Drive and Sega Genesis. That's right, Treasure, the same company that made Gunstar Heroes and Sin and Punishment. In fact, this McDonald's game was released in Japan right after Gunstar Heroes. I'm talking within the same month. The game is based on the McDonald's fast food franchise, and it features McDonald's mascots from McDonaldland, such as Ronald McDonald, the Hamburglar, Grimace, and Burly the Early Bird. So let's put Ronald and his friends to the test. Wow, I actually really like this title screen. So the game starts off following Ronald McDonald through the magical forest. It's here that Ronald finds a piece of paper under a big tree. Somehow Ronald knows that this is part of a treasure map. Could be because it says treasure at the top of the dang page. I don't know. So he sets off to find the other pieces. My question is, why does Ronald McDonald need treasure? He lives in a magical world with tons of friends. He gets to be a part of a super successful franchise, working alongside this guy, and it has everything he could ever want. I guess that's not enough for him. Well, dang, this game is vibrant. Let's talk about the graphics. I actually really love the way this game looks. The levels are all unique, each with their own tones, sometimes extremely cheerful, and other times dark and creepy. Now, it's no hidden secret that these graphics were inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog, but I would not say it's a total ripoff. It still has its own McDonald's flair. The animations are super smooth, and the color choices keep me immersed in this magical world. I think the most important thing about the graphics is that I'm not distracted by them, and I can tell where I need to go very clearly. For that, I give the graphics a 6 out of 10. Definitely above average. Gameplay. So let's talk about our pal Ronald here. What does he do? Ronald has 3 abilities: C to jump, B to attack with magic dust, and A to grapple objects above him using scarves concealed within his sleeves. All of these abilities can be remapped to different buttons with the option, whatever. Ronald is able to use these abilities to make his way around these levels with ease. There are tons of collectibles in this game. Your health bar consists of jewels, which can be picked up through the level, or you can also purchase them with gold, I guess it's gold, from these shops that are placed all over the levels. Sometimes these doors are shops, and other times they are this mini game that costs you gold to play. The game is basically a Tetris or Dr. Mario clone. I'm not sure if you can win anything from the minigame, but it seems like it's just a fun thing to break up the game. A lot of the collectibles are really useful. Picking up multiple white or orange flowers refills your jewel health bar. There are 1-ups, continues, and balloons. Oh, the balloons are actually really cool. If you happen to fall into a pit in the stage, the balloons will save you from an untimely demise and allow you to control your newly found flying device. Idiot. This flying device can be used to your advantage to basically skip the more difficult part in the level. Also, side note, there's no time limit in this game. Yes, bonus. The boss battles aren't very challenging. The gimmick of each boss battle is that they have to take a jewel away from you, giving you the opportunity to hit them. There are no waves of difficulty or really any big surprises. It's all about dodging, getting into position for them to steal a jewel, and then repositioning to attack them, which you can do multiple times. The boss battles are short, but they're still pretty unique, especially the final boss. You're in a room of doors flying past you trying to duke it out with this alien. It's all about being on the right level for the jewel steal and then being next to the alien to attack. It's pretty fun. The one major complaint I have about the gameplay, and this is a personal complaint, is the grapple move. I'm glad they didn't make it a simple side-scrolling run and jump platformer, but I find that they use this grapple move way too often. In the first level, it's like, oh yeah, this is great! I can grapple this hook thing and fly upwards! Look how majestic I am! But then it becomes all about having to jump and then grapple to get higher. It's not exactly a perfect hitbox either, or maybe I'm just really bad. I find myself missing the grab quite a bit. It just seems like there are these hooks everywhere. It definitely gives you a sense of adventure, but sometimes I just want to be able to jump up to something without grappling it. All in all, the levels aren't too difficult or too easy. It's a great balance. Therefore, I give the gameplay an 8.5 out of 10. Let's check out all the sound. The music is great. I have no complaints with it. It's not something that I would listen to on a normal basis, but it definitely fits this game perfectly. It's whimsical when it needs to be, and thought-provoking for the more focused levels. The soundtrack is nothing to scoff at. And if we're talking about sound, can we just take a second to appreciate this? Something about that sound makes the attack feel so useful. All of the other sounds are fitting and don't strike me as out of character. Overall, I give the sound of this game a 5 out of 10. The music is great, but the sound effects are really nothing too special. Replay value. An important aspect to any video game is replay value. When I finish playing any game, I always ask, do I have any reason to play this game again? But when I beat McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure, I immediately hit the reset button on my Genesis. This game is extremely addicting. I beat the game 3 times already on different difficulties. Granted, the game is pretty short. I do like that I can sit down for an hour and play through an entire game though, with non-stop quirky action and adventure. I give the replay value a 7.5 out of 10. I may get tired of it eventually, but I feel like I will stand that where's my dog? The Jess factor. The Jess factor is probably the most important aspect of passing the Jess test. The Jess factor is anything that I find noteworthy or deserves recognition in the game, giving it extra points. Let's talk about the creativity of this game. So there's this part where you're walking past a bunch of mirrors, you know, just being your ruddled self, walking along, storming along, and then, ah! What a trick! What a dirty trick! No, not once, not twice, but thrice! I can never walk past another mirror again. Thanks, clown dogs. You know what I always say, the best part about McDonald's is that they got nice buns. Now, this part of the game surprised me. The music. The music! Oh, also, ballerina bunnies. This part was just so unfitting and out of place that it creeped me out quite a bit. I do love it though, and it is a bit challenging. Ballerina bunnies though. This whole game just feels solid and has so many original ideas that I've just never seen in a video game before. Treasure Island Adventure gets a Jess factor of 9 out of 10. Now, it's time to crunch the numbers to see if McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure passed the Jess test. Graphics, 6 out of 10. Gameplay, 8.5 out of 10. Sound, 5 out of 10. Replay value, 7.5 out of 10. The Jess factor, 9 out of 10. Giving it a total of 7.2 out of 10. What a surprisingly amazing game. McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure is not a game that I thought I would like so much. And a 7.2 out of 10, that's not too shabby of a score. But did it pass the Jess test? Yes! If you don't already own this game, go find it, go buy it, go get it now. You will not be disappointed. Join me next time as I put another game to the test.